We've got another big heat in our hands here. Heat number 6, Isabella Nichols taking on Sawyer Lindblad. This is the tale as old as time. Which one is going to come out on top here between these two? Obviously Sawyer, an incredible goofy footer. Isabella, a really loved natural footer here at home. Wow, Sawyer with a huge first turn here. Get a little bit stuck behind. Not a lot on offer down the end, but that's a bit of a statement to make for your first turn at Snapper Rocks this morning.
But she does, and then Isabella, she opened up her account too. So a couple of nice swooping sort of carves from her. You can see just that beautiful style. It really is a trademark of hers, that big forehand carve. I think she probably was wanting more from this wave. I think Isabella's so good and critical when it comes to going into the lip, and I feel like, it sort of separates her.
Had a couple waves to break down in that interview here, please.
Yeah, so Sawyer getting absolutely vertical on the backhand here, kind of brings this one through to the inside, and she absolutely cracks this end section, but has a kind of a little bit of a tricky time just kind of riding a bucking bull at the moment there.
Isabella would be looking for a little bit of redemption, not just in competition, but with Snapper, trying to find good waves where she can. It's absolutely pumping, so she's going to do that here. Just a quick in and out for Isabella, but to clean up a moment like that, this is a great opportunity for her to do it with the conditions we have today.
You could just see Isabella looking back to the beach afterwards. Obviously the crowd erupted. Erin got this a 10, and it was an incredible tube. It's probably one of the best tubes I've ever seen ridden on the backhand, as we see Isabella.
A little bit deep on this one. You can see she's past that first power source. She really wants to maximise the start of this wave. There's a lot of points to be had, and that is proven in that last score of Sawyer Lindblad. A 7-point right there for Sawyer. She's also competed out here before in a Challenger Series event, had a couple nights, and then came and got a second here in 2023, lost to India Robinson. Looking for redemption. That's a really, really nice first turn here. A lot of power in Sawyer's surfing, and this wave is just allowing her to put it on display. Let's hope this one bowls up through this next section so she can get a big looking finish. Bit of a weird wobble here. She's going to stick with it. She'll click over the foam and get out of there. So Sawyer just really put in this exclamation mark on those first opening turns with how much water she's throwing out the back.
Let's have a look from this front on angle. I was really interested to see that first turn, just how critical it was. And then backs it up with a second one. You could just see how much water she was displacing. Sort of cutting that wave in half on the second turn, just with how much water and spray she threw. But yeah, the wave obviously gets really tricky and weird on the inside here. She still manages to finish, and look, she's going to better her 3, no doubt. One of the challenges, obviously, over the years for the Goofs is to try and get variety in their surfing, because they can obviously get stuck in that repetitive pattern, as we see Isabella Nichols.
Oh, wow, good looking wall here. That's a great first turn for Isabella. Steeper section on that second one. She's got to move quick. That wave is running really fast, and you can see perfectly barreling. Just unfortunately just coming down with that airdrop out of that wave, putting her slightly out of position for
that is hard to watch, and I mean, she is going to know that too. That wave was just an absolute jam, the way it reeled off down the line. You could see it had a lot more, scoring potential after that.
Incredibly talented women in one photo there. Sawyer trying to do it for the goofy footers. This is a way to do it, going upside down on that third section. This wave feels like it's got more to give down the line here. She's picked a good-looking wave. Swooping and carving, waiting for this one to start to bowl up again through Little Marley. Here it goes, Sawyer. Absolutely in attack mode here. Going all the way through to the inside. I love how she's not trying to outpace this wave. So many clutch, critical maneuvers in that, and it feels like she's going to keep adding to the scoreline right now.
Biggest woman on tour, but she is, just look at how much power she has, as we look to this replay. Just I think it's this next turn, this third one, how tight and critical that was, how much spray she's throwing. Physically onto her, she's not the tallest or the biggest woman, but she is just so powerful. It's speaking volumes probably to all the training, all the effort she's putting in on the off season. She is looking so strong. It's not easy to throw that much spray, and just keeps this wave. I mean, look, she's going to improve on the situation. There is no doubt in my mind, and it's epic to see. I was interested to see how a Goof was going to fare this morning. I mean, look at this turn. Wow. It is just so critical. It's all in the bottom turn for me. Obviously we watched the top turn element from that wave.
So looking for Isabella Nichols to try and fight her way back into this one. She's going to have a look at this wave here. Chasing a 9.16, beautiful bottom turn into a carve to start this one off. This wave, it's got a nice bowl through this next section here. Belts it again. You can see that board just free falling out underneath her. She's going to go back to the rail and get the finishing turn here. She gives herself a clap. The beach loves it as well. Needs to be the best wave of the heat. It's definitely going to be a moment that's going to fight her back into this one.
Just looks beautiful and dreamy from the beginning. I mean, so critical. Look at how much spray she throws. Nice wrapping turn here. Then she's able to get a little bit more critical there, that moment. Almost lost it, but she keeps it and regains control, and then just another critical finish. So I think this is going to be a, push up. This is going to rival Sawyer for sure. I really loved it. I just think, you got to take your hat off to her and her mental strength there, because this is going to be a massive number. And yeah, really critical moment in the heat for this moment.
Just excellent turn after excellent turn.
As we look to Sawyer.
Ooh, a bit of foam on that section there. Not sure what she did out the back. That's a better looking turn here for Sawyer. She has to better a 7-point ride. And touche to Isabella Nichols, because that wave didn't have 7 points of bettering on it.
Let's have a look what happened at the beginning stages of this wave. So Isabella sort of looks at it. Sawyer decides to pull the trigger, and yeah, she gets a little bit hung there. So this is where we got caught up with this wave. And look, she's not going to better her situation. After hearing the score drop of the last wave, you've got to be pretty confident in your surfing and your ability and the form you're in.
Isabella, she's going to have a paddle here. Chasing a 6-point ride. There's a bowl ahead of her. It's a carve to start it off. This one, it needs to go all the way through. Really pushes hard in that second bowl. She's going to keep sticking with this one. She's still on the rail. Giving us some nice carves here. She'd love to go vertical, though, to really push it up in that 6-point range. We're under a minute to go here. You can see she's going to stick with this one. Is it going to grow down the line? Pushes hard again on another carve. And a 14th, it feels like, as we move through this inside section. There's not going to be that big final closeout moment. Does it get across the line of a 6-point ride? Smart move by Sawyer. She's going to take another wave just in case she needs it. She's forced her rail as well, carving manoeuvres to start off here for Sawyer Lindblad. Now she starts to push a bit harder. There's a snap in the pocket. She's going to get a nice inside click as well. She needs to better a 7-point ride. The feeling I get for that, it's probably not going to better that 7 when we think back to just the caliber of the surfing on that wave. Sawyer Lindblad with a big smile on her face and almost a sigh of relief there. She's going to go through to the quarterfinals, where she will match up with our reigning world champion, Molly Picklum, and an incredible matchup between those two. But Sawyer, that backhand surfing was undeniable for the lead.